Hello everyone! Thanks for joining me. On this video, we'll be exploring the west side of the Ancient Ruins of Rauh. The west side of these ruins has a few powerful enemies and a lot of goodies for us to collect. We'll begin by taking on a Furnace Golem that is directly behind us. Taking him out of the way first will make our exploration of the area a lot easier. Let me show you on the map where we are going. The Furnace Golem is here, and there are two goodies on this bridge on the way to the Golem that I will skip until he's gone. The marker numbers are in no particular order, they just mark our destinations. Alright, let's go get him! As I mentioned, we are ignoring these two markers on the bridge as we don't want to hang around here. The Golem will attack us at any moment. Man, that was just bad luck. He usually does not come around this corner. Alright, same strategy. Let's try it again. With the Golem out of the way, we'll be returning to the Grace. But first, let's clear our green markers. Before we get going, let's pass time, and I also need to change my setup. Let's change this talisman. That looks good. Alright, let's get going. Let's clear our markers and pick up our goodies on this bridge. You can take these guys out if you want. Alright, on to the next marker. You probably don't need to clear this area. There's just birds in here. But sometimes they drop some nice goodies, so that's why we're here. Well, no luck. Just eggs today. Alright, on to the next marker. This is where we fought the Furnace Golem, and from here we'll head south. There's our marker. Let's activate the grace. Now let's have a look around. Let's open our map and mark the next 5 places. Alright, on to marker number 1. Now before going upstairs, let's clear the area. Now let's take out the Shadow Knight that's throwing bouncing rocks on us. With him gone, take out the dog and then all his buddies. Before going to marker number 1, I suggest taking out the shadow guys throwing rocks first. Now let's go to the right to avoid a cursed blade. Now let's get the cursed blade's attention and take him out. Marker number 1 is for the bot guy. Now let's clear the other markers. This is marker number 2. Now let's clear marker number 3. Let's go this way to marker number 4. Before continuing to marker number 5, let me show you out here. There's an outside area here, which we'll be exploring a little bit later. So let's continue to marker number 5. There are a few more bad guys in this area, which we'll be clearing later. First, let's go this way to marker number 5. You can navigate this area on your horse. I, however, prefer to be on foot. That's our marker number 5. to get to it, just walk off. Let's open our map and mark the next 5 places. Okay, on to marker number 1. Again, you can use your horse here. I feel safer on foot. We're trying to get into that room, but we'll be going around to marker number 1 first. Let's take out these Inquisitors. Since we're here, let's take a look around. That's our marker number 3, which is up above. Our marker number 1 should be inside here on the left. There it is. Alright, on to marker number 2. And here's the room we saw from over there. We're done here. Let's go on up. All of our markers will be to the east, so let's go clear marker number 2. Let's activate this grace, and on to marker number 3. Along with some dogs and shadow enemies, there's a giant archer at marker number 4, so we need to be careful once we start going down from here. Marker number 3 is this way. Alright, on to marker number 4 to take out that giant archer. But try to stay low and to the left to avoid getting hit by his arrows. Once he fires an arrow, we'll have a short window to race towards him. So here we go. Now let's go take him out. Let's clear our marker. Now the coast is clear. Let's go to marker number 5. Marker number 5 is guarded by dogs. So let's clear them out. We are done here, so let's continue going east. Be careful on this ledge. Look for those rocks below to drop down and to avoid fall damage. Now let's open our map and mark 5 more places. Marker number 2 is for a field boss, and markers 3, 4, and 5 are west of here. The Stake of America is here, and the field boss is down there. But first, let's clear the rest of this bridge and go to marker number 1. There's our marker number 1. Now there's a few more guys around. You can take them out or just ignore them. There's our field boss, a divine beast dancing lion. He's a pain in the ass and you don't have to fight him. He summons basilisks, inflicts death blight, frostbite, lightning, and you name it. But since we don't know any better, let's go get him. this fight fun, it takes shit show into another level. Alright, let's do it again. Okay, with Tig on steroids gone, there's nothing else for us to do here. I wish they had placed a few more goodies in this area to make coming here worthwhile, but no such luck. To continue on, let's fast travel to the Rauh Ancient Ruins West, Grace. We were here before, and just to remind us, we are headed to markers 3, 4, and 5. Let's get going, only this time we'll be running past all the enemies in this area. And just to show you, if you come out to this area, that giant archer has respawned and he can hit you down here. That sound was his arrow hitting down here. Alright. Let's continue on to the elevator to take us to the next level and marker number 3. Our marker number 3 is for a bird warrior. So let's go this way to try to get behind him. Where you at, Birdman? There you are. Now let's go down here and take him out. Let's clear our marker number 3. Now let's clear marker number 4 and pick up your goodie. On to marker number 5. There's our marker number 5. You can probably recognize this rock formation, and it is pretty well hidden up here. But this rock will unlock the Spirit Spring that is located on the same level where we fought the Furnace Golem. And the Spirit Spring is right there. So let's unlock it. Alright, with the Spirit Spring unlocked, let's open our map and mark the next 5 places. Let's see, where do we want to go next? Let's start here. That looks like a good plan. Alright, let's clear our green markers and continue on. Alright, to get to our markers, let's use the Spirit Spring. Now that we're here, should I go to marker number 1 first or marker number 2? Yeah, let's just go up here to marker number 1. Alright, on to marker number 2. These 2 markers are down below. That's our marker number 2. Let's go this way. Markers 3 and 4 are down below. What's the best way to get there? Let's just go around. We need to be careful here. There are a few Bloodfend enemies around, and they're dogs too. The Bloodfend by marker number 4 is very powerful and also very aggressive, so let's clear these guys out first. Alright, let's go down this way. Now let's get ready for this Bloodfend on steroids. Let's clear this dog and get his attention. Sure why they made this guy so aggressive, but it is what it is. Right, let's pick up our goodie and go clear the rest of the dogs. Alright, there's nothing else here. All we got to do now is go to marker number 5, which is down this way. And to get there, we head west, then we go south. Marker number 5 is for a couple of horned warriors, so I suggest taking them on one at a time. Where is your buddy? Let's go down here. There's our marker number 5. And there's the warrior. Alright, let's take him out. Let's clear a marker. Now let's open our map and mark the next 5 places. Marker number 1 is right behind us. Marker number 2 is down there. Be careful here. The Kindred of Rot are deadly. And if you can, take them out from a distance, so you don't have to deal with the rot swamp as well. Alright, I believe there's only 3 guys at this entrance. Let's get our shoot out, since he might be helpful in this area. On to marker number 2. Okay, the room on the left is full of enemies, so let's get our shield out. There's only 1 guy left. Watch where you stand and take him out. Alright, let's clear a marker and pick up our goodies. Alright, on to marker number 4. Marker number 5 is out there, but don't fret. This is an invisible bridge, so let's go across. This altar is marked as our number 5, and if you have the Sword of Darkness on you or in your inventory, you can now use this altar to transform the Sword of Darkness into the Sword of Light. Where do I have it? Here it is. Alright, let's approach the altar. Okay, now let's open our map and mark the next 5 places. Alright, we're done here. Now let's go to marker number 1. Let's make a right here and take the lift to the upper level. There are a few more kindred of rot in this area, so let's take them out. Marker number 3 is for the stairs, but do not go up there yet, otherwise you trigger an invasion. Instead, continue to marker number 1. This next corner ahead has an enemy, so approach with caution. There he is. Let's take him out. Alright, let's grab this, then we'll go clear marker number 2. Same drill, another guy around the corner, so be careful. Alright, on to marker number 3, up the stairs. Now, if you have defeated Messmer, Hornsent will invade you as soon as you try to go up the stairs. However, I am running a test here where I haven't defeated Messmer yet. I want to see if I can trigger Hornsent's invasion later on, after defeating Messmer. So please bear with me. As predicted, no invasion since I have not defeated Messmer yet. However, if you have kept Hornsent alive and then defeated Messmer, you will get invaded by Hornsent here. Alright, there's our marker number 4. This is the boss Romina. And who do we have here? Dryleaf Dane. Alright. Let's activate this grace. Let's have a look around. Again, this is the boss Romina. We'll come back here later. On to marker number 5. Alright, since we didn't rest, there shouldn't be any enemies down here. And you can choose to go down the lift or go out this way. If you do come out this way, follow this path to get down to the level below. From here, jump onto the gazebo's roof, then onto this ridge. If you rode the lift, you'll be coming out from there. And from here, we head north to get to marker number 5. And there's our marker. Alright, let's place 5 more markers on our map. To get to marker number 1, we'll go this way and avoid all the enemies for now. Go through this arch and drop down. Circle around. Avoid the scorpions. Continue going down. There's our marker number 2. Let's hug the right side. And there's our marker number 1. Our goodies by the Miranda flower, so let's go grab it. Now let's go back. Now let's clear marker number 2. Coast is clear, let's grab our goodie. Alright, on to marker number 3, which is a lift to take us to marker number 4. Marker number 4 is for the pot man, so I suggest taking him out before he runs away. There are more shadow guys here, you can ignore them or just take them out. Let's pick up our goodies and clear our marker. Let's go this way to marker number 5. Marker number 5 are for some Bloodfends. You do not need to take them out. I'm just doing it for extra goodies. This is that dog we killed from up there earlier. Alright, let's pick up our goodies and clear marker number 5. Alright, remaining is our last marker, but first we need to take care of Messmer and test to see if Hornsent will invade us afterwards. And since we already covered the Messmer fight in part 28, we'll skip some parts, and if Hornsent dies, we'll start over. Alright, unfortunately, Hornsent died, so let's do this again.
Messmer, foe of my beloved people, in vengeance for the flames, my blade I leave.
Not suffer. Our Lord, devoid of light. No, Mother, forgive me. Soon tarnished. Wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light? Narca, a curse upon thee.
I made it known, accursed Messmer, my clan's suffering, their pain, all that they felt. Do you understand now? Your ugliness.
Before we can return to the Ancient Ruins of Rauh for our test, we need to complete Hornsent's quest line.
We meet again, I see, comrade in arms. Upon his end. Did you see Messmer's face? 'Twas sublime. A very tangle of snakes. To think he dared call us savages, when he himself was most base of all. To say the least, I am to you indebted, yet unquenched remains my thirst for revenge. The death of Messmer was merely the start. Now comes the piper to collect from America, her offspring, and all the Erdtree's denizens, in vengeance for the flames. My blade I wield, if Miquella's redemption soothes the ache that throbs within, demanding blessed vengeance, and I wish not to be by him redeemed. If Miquella's redemption soothes the ache that throbs within, demanding blessed vengeance, and I wish not to be by him redeemed.
Let's rest one last time before we return to Ancient Ruins of Rauh to test Hornsent's invasion, since only Romina, the boss, remains to be cleared. Alright, let's go back and see if the invasion still works. Alright, let's go to the bottom of the stairs. Oh, here we go. Torrent is gone. I guess it works. Where are you, Hornsent? Where is he? There he is. I was afraid that the invasion would not work, but he did, and we got his awesome weapon. I'm so happy. Alright, let's go back to the Grace and recharge our flasks. This video ran way longer than I intended, and for those of you who stuck around to see my test, thank you for your patience, and we'll tackle Romina on our next video. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.